Hello and welcome to Ivycreates. Today I'm going to be recycling some of my Day of the Dead door hangers that I'd gotten from Dollar Tree and making them into some lovely little Christmas door hangers. I love to take get double my money out of any particular thing that I may purchase as far as a decoration for my front door or for my house or anything like that. So, season's greetings. Thank you for watching Ivycreates. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our videos. And we're going to begin painting the back side of our Day of the Dead door hangers. So these things, I took a few minutes and I turned them over and turned them different ways and different directions to try to come up with an idea for what I could do with these things, because Halloween is a very short-lived amount of time. It's usually only 1 month, and so I do like to reuse and recycle as many of my craft items as I possibly can and change them into other things. Now for this, I decided to do, of course, a pumpkin and a snowman, and I figured out how they would look best and started drawing them in just to get a rough idea. This is just a rough outline of what they will eventually look like, or may look like in the end. Of course, I do change my mind a lot during my processes of creativity, so give me grace on that one. I love to draw snowmen. I don't know why. I know they're very easy. They're just very they're fun to draw. And a snowman, doing a snowman as opposed to a different type of Christmas decoration, a snowman can last you all the way through January and into February when it's Valentine's Day. So that's another reason that I adore snowmen, is because they can actually last you all winter long. Now, could I go out and I buy some snowman door hangers that Dollar Tree might have, or Santa Claus? Yes, I could. However, they wouldn't be personalized, they wouldn't be special, and they wouldn't be different from everybody else. And that is one thing it has taken me years and years to come to an understanding. I used to get so self-defeated when going to like a Hobby Lobby or a Dollar Tree or somewhere, and I'd see them, I would make a craft and within 6 months Walmart had it in their stores, and so then it was no longer a craft for me, and I was like really defeated about it. But then my business coach really helped me realize that when you make something and you put your own personality into it, it stands out and it looks fantastic. So that is why, we create to keep our minds stimulated. We create to do something personalized and something special. And if it's a gift, it's even more that much special, much more special, because you put your own heart into it. And that is why we create. So now I am just painting the face of my snowman with some white matte chalk finish Country Snowfall from Chalk Country, and I just laid it on. This was a thick paint that I had some additives in, and I lay it on kind of thick because I like snow to look like it has texture. Now, a lot of the snow things that I do have I add things to them. I might add my extra fine iridescent glitter, or I might add some spackling paste to make it thicker and to have more texture. I enjoy having the texture in it. So now I am doing the Santa door hanger. And on the Santa, you can see that I'm painting more of the white because the brim of the hat on the Santa is going to be white, and it'll be cottony, and then of course the face and everything else is going to be in the white, and I'm going to paint him a little face on there. But this is just to get my color laid on there and color blocked in. So I'm just going to put another coat now on my snowman. And the top half of my snowman I haven't yet painted. I just had some dirty water on my brush, so a way to get that off is to go ahead and put it down on whatever you're painting so that it'll come off the brush, since I am horrible about rinsing my brush in between colors and things like that. I tend to use one brush start to finish if I can. If I can't, you know, if I need different sizes, I will. But for the most part, I prefer to use maybe 1 to 3 brushes from start to finish. So I'm just wiping excess paint off my brush and then going back over a little bit into my Santa area. This one is for the Santa. You can tell by it has the brim is painted in the white. Of course, you wouldn't know it's the brim yet until I get done, but yeah. So I hope that you are all having a most wonderful time getting ready for a fabulous holiday. We cannot wait for 2020 to be over with. Send me a message. Tell me what your holiday plans are. I'm interested to know. What have you been doing as far as decorating? And I'm in the deep South. I'm on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. So I'm 45 minutes from New Orleans and an hour and 15 minutes from Mobile, Alabama. So right on the coast in the middle of the I-10 corridor. And we don't really get much of a winter here at all. The only thing that happens around here is the grass will turn a little bit brown and the trees might drop some of their leaves, but we do have a lot of evergreens. So now you can see I've painted the top half, which is going to be Santa's hat, into the red. And then I'm going to go and paint the hat for the snowman to be black. And I didn't really show all that because it's boring. You know how to paint black and white and red. That's nothing new there. So I'm just painting that real quick, and then we'll switch into more details. Yes, our Mississippi Gulf Coast is beautiful, hidden little gem of you know, oceanfront homes and everything. My house prior to Katrina was only about 3 blocks from the beach, and I could actually see the harbor from my house. Katrina, of course, rearranged all that, and I'm back on my family's property that we've had for about 50 years, which is only about 10 minutes from the beach, but it's a lot safer than where I was at Katrina. So now you can start to see them taking shape a little bit. Make sure they're good and dry before you go on to your next step. So now what I'm going to do with my Santa face is I want to, what you would do is draw a U basically, and then fill in the U to make a face area for our Santa. And the colors that I use on this, now I'm using my little paint pots that I pre-mix, and I use Americana paints for the most part. So I'm using a pink color that I mixed myself and a little bit of brown, and to me I use this light pale pink and the brown, and that makes the best flesh tone, because I don't like the flesh tones that you buy in a bottle. They tend to look real orange, and I just don't think we're all that orange. I'm very transparent personally and pink, and so I paint him with a little bit of pink and a little tiny touch of brown. So I'm just painting the face, getting it ready. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. It's going to be a beautiful day here in South Mississippi. I am up extremely early in the morning. For some strange reason, I went to bed early last night. So, but it's going to be a beautiful day here in the 70s. I know it is the week of Thanksgiving. It is the Monday before Thanksgiving, and it'll be in the 70s today. So, as much as I kind of wish we could get snow, I don't know that I would want it cold all year. If we get snow, it's extremely rare. Like, I can remember being about maybe 7 years old and it snowed about 2 inches, and we were thrilled. And then when my daughter was in high school, it snowed just enough for us to drive about an hour north and make snowmen. And of course we did cut school so she could go make a snowman, because I'm a good mom like that. So this is what my I'm putting on the back. I have just folded a little piece of twine and tied it in a knot on the bottom, and I'm just attaching that to what would be the chin area of my Day of the Dead door hanger. And I'm just attaching that to the back so I will have something to hang my door hangers by. I took the hanger off the top of their head, of the Day of the Dead head, because that would be the bottom of my snowman and Santa. And you can see this is one that I'd painted earlier. Same type of thing, but I painted this one and made it a little, dual door hanger as well. I do have a video of that as well on one of my other videos on my Ivycreates channel. So I'm taking a piece of ribbon from the wedding department of Hobby Lobby, the his and hers department. I think it was $5.99. You don't have to use this. You could use a pretty piece of ribbon from Dollar Tree, because they have plenty of pretty ribbons as well. I just wanted to use this really super sparkly stuff. So I'm going to glue it along the edge of the hat as the ribbon around the hat, just to give it the sparkle. You can't see in the video, but it has got like the big fat glitter, and it's got the little glitter and all the different things, and it is super super sparkly. Now, I personally don't wear or intend to wear sparkly things all the time. It just happens because I'm always in glitter. So, I will say this, the face that I put on the little snowman, I kind of forgot to video, or I thought I was videoing and got distracted and didn't video. So I did put in the pictures of the final thing, and I used just like some scatter stuff that is from the Dollar Tree, and they're these little scatter balls, and they have come in really really handy. Now this mop head is also from the Dollar Tree, and all you do with this mop head, I made sure I got a really white one because a lot of them are kind of grayish colored, but you start pulling string by string until you get the strings all loosened up, and then you can pull all the strings out very easily. And that's going to be my beard and hair for my Santa. So you can see I pulled all the strings out of the mop head. I was just getting them organized. I did have another mop head, but it just wasn't as bright white as this one. So I just checked to make sure it was super bright. And I've gotten cotton balls that are all from the Dollar Tree as well. And you can see the little red ball on the table. That is going to be the nose. And that's again from the scatter, or what do you call them, face fillers or whatever you want to call them, that come from the Dollar Tree. And if you ever see those in the different colors, like in black or red or something, buy them. Buy and have a couple of bags around, because they're great for crafts. Please like and subscribe and click the notification bell and all the goodies. Leave me a message. Tell me what you think about this. If you have any ideas of your own, I would love to see your projects. If you can post a picture or post a description, I don't mind. I would love to see your projects as well. Now you can see I'm starting to glue, and I'm just putting a little, about maybe 3 to 4 inches of glue down the side to make the hair for my Santa Claus. And I'm going to go back and kind of trim the hair up a little bit shorter. I kind of like it long, and you can see I'm just trimming it up just a little bit, and that's just so I can use the other pieces on the other side and not use quite as much of my mop head to do this. You can leave it as long as you want though, because there's plenty of string in this little mop head to be able to do this. And I'm just gluing them down one by the other, a couple of inches of glue, and that's it. Now, there's a couple of traditions I love to do every year, and I haven't done them in quite some time, but I really wish I could, and probably won't happen again this year. But I lived in New Orleans for 10 years, and there is City Park in New Orleans. They have tons and tons of these gorgeous giant oak trees, and they do a Christmas in the Oaks. And it is a riding tour that you can either drive through with your car, or you can go to where the tennis courts and botanical garden are, tennis court and botanical garden, and you can pick up a horse and carriage, and that is my favorite way to go. I park over by the tennis court, and in the botanical garden part, they also have a children's Christmas area, you know, and they have a little playground area, and they have a beautiful old carousel in there, so you can go and you can ride the carousel. They have a little what do you call it, but they have several rides, and like a Ferris wheel and the carousel, and they have a train that goes through the park, and all the way down through the park is decorated like unbelievable. You would not believe it. So I like to get a blanket. They do have blankets also in their horse and carriage, but bring a little thing of hot chocolate and get in the horse and carriage and ride through the area of the lights and all during Christmas in the Oaks. And they have beautiful, it's stunning. I can't even describe it. It's just so stunning. And I like to make an afternoon of it because we get in there really early so we can find a good parking space and not have to walk. But that's one of my favorite traditions for Christmas, is to go see the lights down in City Park. So I am drawing in the face, and so what I did was I cut some smaller pieces of the mop head to make eyebrows. I put the nose on, and then I drew some upside down U's to make the eyes, and then just fill in the bottom part, and then I draw a U for the mouth, and I'm just going to fill this in with a white permanent chalk marker. Yes, everything in City Park in New Orleans is decorated to the T. Absolutely beautiful. And if you get a chance to go downtown, they also have great decorations, especially in the Fairmont Hotel and a couple of other places that are really just phenomenal. Now, the Mississippi Gulf Coast has many things that they do as well, but most people do their yards. There's several neighborhoods that it's a neighborhood decoration thing that's really cool. So now I'm just filling in the whites of my Santa Claus eyes, and I'm going to do the bottom part of it, which would be right above the cheeks, and that would be your pupils, and I'm going to make that black. The mouth, of course, will be red. And I didn't finish off the rest of the beard yet for my Santa Claus. Please click that like button and hit that notification bell so you can get subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get our videos and you don't miss out on them every week. So you can see I'm filling in the bottom half of the eye, or I should say quarter. And you want to make it kind of rounded on the bottom, as if he has high cheekbones. And just want to show you, nobody's perfect. Everything is always a little off. And I didn't realize this till after I finished the video. It's always a good idea to turn your project different directions and look at it from different angles, because you catch little things on it. Well, when I was videoing, I didn't finish, you know, when I finished the video, I noticed that the eyes, and this is going to drive you crazy because now it's driving me crazy, the eyes are slightly off center of the nose. So I apologize for that, but it doesn't matter. Nothing has to be perfect in your world. You do it how you want to do it, and I'm just going to let him go and roll with the flow, and I think he's absolutely cute the way he is. So now I'm just going to fill in the mouth area, and once that's all good and dry, then I'll go back and I'm going to start gluing on the rest of his hair. So now he's starting to get a little bit more personality, isn't he? Please stay tuned to the end of the craft so you can see the final product pictures. They always look much better when I take good pictures and good lighting. Now I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do as far as his mustache. I already know what I'm doing for the beard, so I'm going to take the mustache, and what I end up doing is twisting several pieces of mop string together to make his mustache. Now your Santa can be any shape, size, direction that you want to go with him, any color that you want him. This is just how I perceived this particular Santa, and you can do it any way you want to do it. I just like to provide inspiration and a basis for you to work off of, so you have ideas. I got up so early this morning. My puppy dogs, they didn't even want to get up. They were like, you do you, we're going back to bed. So I'm going to take the cotton balls and I want to pull them apart a little bit just to give them more, so they can take up more space. And I'm going to start right over here on the top of the hair to glue my cotton balls into the brim of the hat. And I'm gluing it slightly over the top of where the hair comes, where I have that glued down, so that it will cover it up and make it nice and neat. Most of my projects I do try to make simple enough that anyone can do them, and even if you wanted to do these with your kids, you can do that as well, or just have your kids making projects. But just remember, it's always easy to use anything you got around the house, and you just have to think about what it is that you want to make and what would work with that shape. And that's what I did with these guys. I really wanted to reuse those Day of the Dead masks because I never really got to use them for Halloween, and I wanted to make them into something else, and so that is why we did it. So you can see I just twisted the ropes together, mop head, whatever you want to call it, the strings, and kind of glued it down till I thought that it needed to be. And you'll notice I didn't glue all this stuff to the bottom edge of my hanger. I wanted it to kind of flow a little bit and have some movement. So there I just glued it to where it was nice and, covered up the parts it needed to cover up, and cut off strings that were just way too long. But I left it kind of messy at the bottom as far as that. I didn't want to have to really cut too much on it. I kind of like it squirrely looking. And so I'm going to go back in and fill in the brim of the hat with my cotton balls, just pulling them apart a little bit and gluing them down. A friend of mine on Facebook recently asked that someone could donate Christmas decorations to the little private school she works for, and I thought that would be really awesome to go donate some of these, because I have a ton of Christmas decorations. So I think I'm going to go donate all these Christmas decorations to the elementary school. I think that's a lovely idea. Another idea that I'd also heard recently was donating them to nursing homes, because the nursing homes don't always have that in their budget. And so that's another great idea. When I was in high school, I was in the high school choir, and we used to go out to the nursing homes every year at Christmas time and sing in the nursing homes, because those folks couldn't get out, and I will never forget that time. It was very special to me. Those people might not get to see a lot of folks, and they were so excited to see young people. So now that I've glued the pom-pom to the top and everything, I'm just taking a tiny little piece of greenery, which also came from the Dollar Tree. I'm sorry. It was, it's like a garland tie. And so I just cut the little piece in half and twisted it together just like I did on the snowman. And I'm going to put 3 more of those little scatter balls, vase fillers, whatever you want to call them. Those are really sparkly, glittery, and I'm just going to glue those on there to make it look like holly. And that's going to finish off our Santa Claus. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked it. Show me some love and spread it to your friends and share it with everybody that you know so that they can watch and make this as well. And stay tuned for our final product pictures. Now, the last thing I did on this was I put a little bit of glue on the eyes, and then I added some of my extra fine, super fine iridescent glitter to their eyes, because every Santa Claus has to have a little sparkle or twinkle in his eye. So that is what I was doing here, and that's going to complete our Santa Claus. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you being here. It means more to me than you would never know. So, please stay tuned for future videos. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I hope you like him. I thought he came out really, really cute. Hi, did you click that subscribe button and the notification bell? Well, if you don't hit that notification bell, you will miss out on our Thursday videos. So please go ahead, click it, and you'll be able to watch our videos that are coming up.